Thank you so much, Keefa, for joining the We Don't Play podcast show today. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. How you doing today? And thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Anytime. Thank you so much. I appreciate the connection we made off from Clubhouse, and that has come to the podcast. So I really appreciate that for sure. I know a lot of people are wondering, how do you use AI to make money, and everybody's talking about it, and it sounds like it's so easy, but also is very strategic, and also based on what you already know, because AI is just going to give you an edge, but you need to know the foundation, and a lot of people don't think about that first. So it'll be great to let us know who you are, how you got into everything you're doing now, and just tell us the
Yeah.
journey. Yeah.
Okay, so good. So I'm Keefa, and I dabble in a lot of things, but I can tell you AI is something that I've always been into. Like I'm a techie person at heart. People don't know that because I used to be a hip hop dancer.
Ah.
But I was always into technology. I grew up at a time where people weren't really talking about that. It was all about thug life and hip hop dancing and rapping and stuff. People weren't talking about, you need to learn how to work a computer. You need to learn how to build a computer from scratch. So I was the one building computers on the side, making a little extra cash while I was hip hop dancing and all of that. So fast forward to now, I'm here in Atlanta. I own a gym. Like, really, God has immersed me in a space where my sole purpose is to help people transform their lives so that they can actually live the life that God created for them. And AI is just one of the ways to help folks do that, right? So I own a gym. I have a CBD line. I do a lot of things. But with respect to AI, what I've found is, it's just like you said, people think that just because they know how to go into Chat GPT and plug in a little information and get back a little information, they think they have the answer. And what they quickly find is that, okay, yeah, I have lots of content. I have content on this, I have content on that. But at the end of the day, they don't have anything that's finished. They don't have anything that they can share with people. They don't have anything that they can send traffic to a place to buy that thing. And so that's where I come in. My thing is this: when it comes to AI, and slow me down if I start going too fast, because I get hyped about it, and I start talking about all of it, right? So originally, when I got into AI, specifically Chat GPT and some of the other language models, I was thinking, how can I use this to help the folks at my gym get better workouts, learn more about nutrition, stay engaged? I was thinking on that level. But once I really started learning about it, I started seeing other ways to make money. So for example, I created a master class on landscaping with edible herbs and flowers, right? I don't know anything about that. But I met a woman who teaches that, a homesteader. And she said her business went to SHIT. I don't know if I can cuss on your podcast.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's go.
Her business went to shit during the pandemic. And she needed a way to revitalize her business and wanted something online that she could sell. So I said, listen, lady, listen, Linda, listen. I can help you with that. You got to know that TikTok video to know the listen, Linda, listen, Linda. Little boy. So I said, listen here, Linda, I can help you with that. Why don't you just send me, all I want is send me the name of one of the classes you teach or one of the programs. Don't send me any other information, because I want to prove to you how easy it can be when you know what you're doing to create a product, a master class, a master course, whatever you want to call it, that you can put online and sell. So she sent me the name of one of the classes, and it was landscaping with edible plants and herbs. I created her an entire master class in 30 minutes. I sent it to her, and she fell in love with it. So guess what? You can take this product, you can buy it from me for $197, and you can use it and sell it for $2,000 if you want to, $10,000 if you want to. You can make a membership site, and maybe that's your first thing. So AI is really about generating ideas in different ways of making money. Okay? And what I say is, with ChatGPT, it gives us the ability to weave in and out of different domains and expertises. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Expertises. Did I just make up a word there?
Let's go. Let's go.
I think I just made up a word. It gives us a way to get in all those expertises and sell those people products. Because guess what? If I'm a construction worker and I'm in the field all day, I'm not on a computer working with AI. But I would love to have a course that I can sell in my sleep while I'm in the field building houses. That is a way for me to make money. So guess what, Mr. Construction Worker? I can help you with that. What is the top of mind thing that the people that are buying your houses, or the people that you want to buy your houses, what do they need to know in order to do business with you? See, that's your course, that's your master class, and that's how you market and bring people to buy your houses. So you see how it brings me into different domains that I don't have to be an expert in to make money. And I think one of the problems people run into is that they feel like they got to know everything. So if I got to know everything before I can sell something, I would never sell anything. And that's the exact reason, that's one of the exact reasons why people never have a finished product, why they never sell anything, why they never build their tribe, because all they're doing is taking in information, because they don't know how to generate the ideas, find the people with the money that need the product. And so when I approach that Mr. Construction Worker and say, hey, you don't even have to do anything, I already created the course for you, all you needed to do is tell me, what are your tribe, what do they need to know? And I'll create it for you. You buy it from me and you keep doing what you do, and I keep doing what I do. So I'm sorry, go ahead, you have a question.
No, what you're saying is so true, because AI has pretty much given you a way to save time and be more time conscious. And I think if you think about, like, back with COVID, you know, people were like, oh, I have so much time now because I thought I didn't have time because everything was fast paced. So if you kind of put it into perspective now with AI, it's the same thing. It's like the same formula, you know?
Yeah, and I tell people, stop trying to reinvent the wheel. If you don't know, so most of the time when I coach people, the number one issue they have, there's lots of problems with their businesses, and there's multiple reasons why their businesses don't make money. But the number one thing is they don't even really know who they're serving, right? They believe they have a product. They believe their client is, you know, a man of a certain age. But the reality is that's not even who their true client is. So they end up creating these products that nobody's buying, and they don't know why, right? So the number one problem is people don't know who their target audience is, and therefore they don't know the messaging to attract that person. So instead of reinventing the wheel and trying to figure it out, I take the approach of like a top 40 band. You know, I'm going to book all these gigs and all these shows singing other people's shit while I'm writing my own shit. You see what I'm saying? And then when I book a big show with lots of people, then I'm going to drip in one of my original songs. I'm going to play 12 songs of the most popular shit, but I'll drip in one of my songs. So meanwhile, I'm still making money while I am learning who I serve. Okay, because I think most people that are just getting into the industry, that's where they are. They don't know who they serve. So while you don't know who you serve other people and make money. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's it right there. And because you don't have to learn anything new. ChatGPT is doing all of that for you. So let me give you another example. I went into ChatGPT. I created a real estate tax assessment appeal. right? Complete with a valid argument of why my taxes shouldn't be raised, complete with comparables that are accurate within the right year, 2022, and the right size, the right number of bedrooms, comparable to my own home. I had ChatGPT create the entire clad iron tax assessment appeal. Then what I did was I say, hey, real estate agents, you need clients, right? You want to get clients? Show them how to save money on their taxes. Guess what? I get the DMs. You want my masterclass? This is something you can start teaching to your clients. You can use it as a lead magnet to build your clientele, because guess what? If I'm selling my house, right, and you want to get me as a client, if you approach me and say, hey, I got a way that I can guarantee I can lower your property taxes. Okay, now you got my attention. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And before people will pay you money, they're going to pay you with attention. That's the first form of payment. You see? Mm-hmm. So if you approach me and say, I guarantee you, I'm going to save you at least $1,000 a year on your property taxes. And right now, that is a serious strategy, because with the real estate boom from the pandemic, you know, when we came out of the pandemic, all the real estate prices got jacked up sky high. Guess what? This year, we all got our tax assessments, and the shit is outrageous. We all like, well, wait a minute. Yeah, property went up, but it also went back down. Mm. But see, if you don't have anybody advocating for you, saying, look, we're going to file an appeal to right this wrong situation, you just going to be TSOL, and that means shit out of luck. If you're a real estate agent, though, that is a prime opportunity to make money. But guess what? I'm not a real estate agent, but I know real estate agents want to build their clients. And the best real estate agents have a lot of sellers, not buyers. The best agents have a lot of people who are selling their homes. And so if I can go to that agent and say, look, I got a way that you can build up your whole database of all sellers. And so for those of you guys that don't know, the reason why the best agents have lots and lots of homes to sell is because when you have lots of homes that you're selling, you don't have to always be out on the streets driving buyers around. See, working with buyers is a whole lot more work. You got to drive them around, look at this house, look at that house, then their credit be jacked up. And so you done all of that, and they still can't even get the house because they can't qualify. You see what I'm saying? So most agents that are good agents, they want to build up their sellers because it's less work for them, and they're still making the same commission. All right, that makes sense. So that's a little real estate 101. I'm not an agent, but I used to be an agent, and I still love the art of negotiating and sales and marketing. I'm one of those people. I love marketing. I love making money. It's exhilarating to make money. You'll never hear me say, oh, you know, I just do it because I love doing it. No. That's one of the reasons why I do it. But I do it because I want to get paid for what I'm doing. I want to live the life that I want to live. So that's number one. I always put that in the universe so the universe can bless me with money. So now that we got that squared away, if I approach those agents and I say, look, you want to build up your list of sellers, show them how to save money on their property taxes, and they're going to let you sell their house, because see, you're going to distinguish yourself from other agents, showing that you know what's important to them, right? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So this is how anyone who knows how to use ChatGPT or other AI can make money without being an expert in any of those industries while you're working on your own stuff.
I feel like that's the beginning of innovation and creativity, because now you can think out the box. The same way you can Google stuff you don't know, but you can talk about it and know what to do with it. It's the same way you can use ChatGPT to analyze something and do it at a larger scale, so that you can still leverage that and build it for yourself, which goes back into search.
Yeah. Yeah, and while you're building up your own stuff, you can book speaking gigs. I think you were in the room where I talked about the speaking gigs that I booked. So I
Yeah.
booked and these are paid speaking gigs. I booked a speaking gig with the behavioral health organization, and that's not my specialty. My specialty is transformation through fitness and nutrition, but it's interrelated with behavioral health because there's a direct correlation with mental health and exercise and nutrition. Because I know that, I thought of the idea, okay, so normally I wouldn't be in those circles. But what ChatGPT did was give me a way to be in front of all of these people that aren't directly in my line of work, to be in front of all of them at the same time, sharing my message, okay, that I generated through ChatGPT.
That's fire.
Right? Yeah, so see, this is what I'm talking about. I'm not reinventing the wheel. I didn't learn any new stuff about behavioral health. What I did was take the knowledge that I have and I use my experience with ChatGPT to create a proposal that shows that I understand what the behavioral health sector deals with. And I have a way that can transform them. That's what I did, right? I didn't have to know about specifically what their day-to-day operations are. I didn't need to know any of that. I used the knowledge that I have and I married it with ChatGPT and created a proposal that they believed was exactly what they wanted. So they booked me for that speaking gig. The same thing, I'll give you another example, a speaking gig that I booked for real estate agents. So I'll be teaching a realtor safety course. Now, this safety course is 2 hours long. It's going to be about 400 agents, all Gwinnett County. And all I'm doing is teaching them how to be safe when they're showing homes, how to be safe when they're interviewing clients, that sort of thing. But I took my experience from when I used to be a real estate agent, I married it with all of the information that I have at my fingertips with ChatGPT, and I created a proposal that let them know, okay, yeah, this is the information I know as an agent, but I'm also in fitness and I did martial arts. So I created a proposal that demonstrated to them that, of course, I can teach all of your agents how to be safe realtors in 2 hours and make money. And guess what? I can also sell them on, guess what? You need to build your clients. You want to build your clients of sellers? Let me show you what I did with ChatGPT so you can start showing them how to save money on their property taxes. So now I can put that I created in front of 400, 500 agents as a product that they can buy. Okay, and that's just, guess what? See, you know about ChatGPT, it's just a prompt. I created a prompt so that when they put their property address in, it's gonna come up with comparables. It's going to come up with that ironclad argument against why the taxes should be raised. So they don't have to do all that. They don't even need to know ChatGPT. I created the template for them. Right. And I created the template so that all of the comps that it finds are at least $100,000 less than that property. So it's already built in. You see what I'm saying? That's the brilliance behind it. So now, when I do this talk about realtor safety, hey guys, before you guys go, let me show you this, because it might be something you're interested in. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're like,
let me
what?
show you how I saved money on my property taxes. You think you got clients that might like to have this done for them? Yeah, I do. What do I need? All you need, go to this link. It's $197. That's all you need. You can get it right now. So what do you think that looks like in front of 400, 500 agents? Even if 10% buy, you know what I'm saying? So I get paid for the event and I get them in my tribe so they get on my mailing list and they buy my goddamn product. They buy my product, which is just a template that I created. So people need to think outside of the box, okay? Sometimes give your course a rest. If you've been working on it for 3 years and that shit still ain't done, look, give it a rest, okay? Get back to singing other people's songs. Get back to your top 40 and start making money while you working on your own original song. Because, you know, in the beginning, you can't show up at a concert and sing all original shit. People gonna boo you off the stage.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? They want to hear what they know.
Exactly.
And until they know you, you better sing other people's stuff and let them learn your voice, learn your style, and then you drip them in your songs. Exactly. Otherwise, you're gonna get booed off the stage.
Quick.
For real, for real. And trust me, I'm speaking from experience. I done been booed off the stage because I was a hip hop dancer, dancing with Tupac, Digital Underground, all this stuff. And so I was like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna start my own band. We gonna do this, we gonna do that. Yeah, we did this and we did that. But you know what? We showed up in some spots and folks was like, shadow puppets. Who the F is y'all? We ain't never heard nothing like that before. You know, I came with this whole new sound, whole new look. I was thinking my tribe was just gonna accept me, but guess what? They didn't want to hear that shit in the beginning because they was like, well, who are you? What you mean tribe? I thought we was gonna hear some Erykah Badu. I thought we was gonna hear some Parliament, some Funkadelic, and you came with some songs we ain't never heard before. We not with that program. I created a product that nobody wanted to buy. You see what I'm saying? I thought my audience was expecting one thing, but they wanted something entirely different.
Yeah.
That's why I use that analogy, because start off top 40. Start making money doing top 40 while you're building your own stuff. Only now with ChatGPT is that even a feasible idea. Because any other time it would take forever to do it. But ChatGPT made it so that we can weave in those industries and we can solve other people's problems, sell them the masterclass, then go into this industry and solve that problem, sell them the masterclass. And the great thing about it is, see, they still get to look like the hero in front of their tribe. And that's what you want. That's what gets you customers repeatedly buying from you, because you always make them look good in front of their own people.
So true. Now I'm gonna ask you a quick offset question before we wrap up, and I thought about this and I was like, this is AI related because we're both in the music industry, and you know, I'm a self-taught drummer, songwriter, and you know, I've been able to be in the entertainment business and see what it's like and what it really is, you know, with publishing and all that good stuff. And, you know, it's very different. So I'm not thinking about AI because, you know, there's this new song, I'm sure people are listening to it, like, you know, I think his name is Ghostwriter, you know, doing a track with Drake and The Weeknd. And then I think yesterday I heard a TikTok video and he did a new song with Bad Bunny and Rihanna, which sounded real, but it's AI. And you wonder, okay, where do you think music is going from where you've seen it been at to where it's going, and how that's going to play into how we experience things that we love?
Well, so that is really a great question, because I'm a music head. So, and just so you know, I'm from the Bay Area. I'm from Oakland. So Oakland is a home of some of the baddest musicians that ever have come through. Okay, Prince used to come there to get his musicians to take on tour. So did George Clinton. That's why I reference them. Some of the baddest, dopest ass folks is from the Bay Area in music. So I'm a big music head. Now, with that said, AI is only a culmination, at least right now, it's only a culmination of human information that we've primed it, put in it, that it's learned over the years. And it's taken that information and it can create the deep fake type stuff. But my thought is this: AI will never get to a place on its own where it feels the human emotions. Okay, it's not going to feel our emotions, and music comes from our human emotions. Right, we create from our emotions. AI will never have that. So the same way, like, we're talking in person, you can hear fluctuations in my voice, right? And based on human, like, human nature, human interaction from the time you came out of the womb, being raised, and when I say you, I mean all humans, we have things that we learn, okay? And we put together sound, sight, hearing, all of that together, feel, touch. AI doesn't have all of those things to pull from. Those are the things that make us feel music in our soul. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes us feel music. And in my opinion, I don't think AI is going to replace that. I don't care how many fake songs it comes up with. There is nothing AI that's going to move you like Stevie Wonder getting on the keyboard, getting on the mic, and just singing a song. You know what I'm saying? AI is not going to do that, because we are a reflection of all of those experiences. AI is a reflection of all of our input. That's not the same. So music transcends different planes, energy, vibrations, you know, time. Sometimes it's tribal. AI is only going to give us back what we've already given it.
Yeah, 100%.
Music is spiritual. So AI, I just don't believe AI is ever going to replace that. Now, I will say this, there's a caveat. Not every human being is in tune with spirit, feel. You know what I'm saying? Not every human being is going to have the discernment to be able to tell the deep fake AI versus the real, because they just are not in touch with their own self. You know what I'm saying? So those people, they may never be able to tell the difference. But those who have a connection to the universe, to God, whoever your God is, that one God, you know, you might call him Buddha, Allah, but I mean those that believe that there is a greater power than us that created us with a soul and a spirit. AI just can't replace that, because all of that comes through in music for the people that are grounded like that. And I'm one of those people. I feel music as much as I hear it. I experience music as much as I feel and hear it, right? So I think I'll always be able to discern the difference, but I don't know that all humans will be able to discern the difference.
That's true. It's a sad reality, and it's also a fact. So I feel like if you're really in tune with yourself, and I think this is really where it comes to being in tune with yourself and knowing how to manage what you do, because some people can't really manage their emotions. They can't manage. They have low EQ. You know, I got to know about the other day.
Right.
You know, people
they vibe on a low level. But see, those are the folks that AI is gonna fool them. You know, and I'm not saying AI won't sound good. I heard the Drake and the Weeknd song too. But even when I was listening to that, I was like, yeah, but it still don't have all the inflections that Drake has. Because see, Drake comes with it, and you can feel, you know what I'm saying? I could tell. I don't know if others could tell though, but I could certainly tell.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can tell. It just sounds like a flat line. There's no depth. You know, it's no depth.
Yeah. It's no depth. It doesn't have that warm, that tone that makes you say, damn. Yeah. I feel you, Drake. You know, I feel you, Drake. It's like a white noise. It's just like white noise in the background. You hear it, but you don't hear the oh my God. You know, that makes you say, damn, yeah. Okay.
Thanks. That's a good one. You know, that made me not to think about it. And as you were thinking, you know, when I connected with you and I saw bedroom fit challenge, I felt like I was like, that could mean so many things, but and I'm like, I gotta ask you, like, uncut.
Okay, you want to know what it is. So it's partially what you're thinking too. So let me tell you how it came about, to give you a little background. I was doing a regular fat loss challenge, a weight loss challenge.
Oh.
And I had a lady who joined the challenge, and I had her sitting in front of me. I was doing her consultation and everything. And she said her husband hadn't seen her naked in 17 years.
What?
And I had the exact same look as you. He hadn't seen her naked in 17 years because she was so ashamed of her body. And that day, even though I didn't know it, that was the seed where Bedroom Fit came from. Because I was thinking about women like her who are not happy with their outward appearance, and as a result, it affects all areas of their life. So when I started Bedroom Fit, when I started it, it was really about, all right, ladies, and men too, but with respect to how it came about, I started with women. I set out to make sure that no woman ever dealt with that shit again. So she was gonna get fit so that she would be fit in the bedroom, be ready to let her husband know, this is what I'm working with, this is what we working with, and build back the intimacy. So I had dubbed myself the person that's bringing intimacy back to relationships. And that's what Bedroom Fit grew into. So it's a combination of fitness, movements, but it's also nutrition, but it's also fitness, movements, nutrition together. Couples, friends, spouses, it's close movements, it's connection, it's about intimacy. So that's where it started, but it grew into something so much bigger than that, right? What I found is, like, now, especially with the pandemic, people are so disconnected. They actually have relationships over text. They have relationships over email. They don't even really want to talk to each other, right? And when they're face to face, they don't recognize good energy from bad energy. And are in relationships that aren't even the right relationships for them, because they don't recognize what intimacy should feel like. They don't recognize if a person that they're dating is even capable of showing intimacy. And even though AI is here, we are still humans, and we're always going to be humans. And it is a human need to have connectedness. It is not human to not be connected. And so Bedroom Fit grew into bringing intimacy back into relationships. So what that looks like is doing events where people work out together. I've created some of my own movements that couples can do where they're in close contact, where they get a good sweat on, but it forces them to really be in each other's space, smell each other, look at each other's sweat, know your partner's body, know everything in a way that is from a place of beauty. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you see your partner from a place of beauty, acceptance, and growth. So that's the Bedroom Fit part of it. My CBD line, Sweaty Wetty, actually came after. And I created that as a way to enhance and layer the intimacy. So for example, I'm going to show you, I don't know if you'll be able to see it from there, but I have a massage and intimacy oil. It's called 7-layer cake. I don't know if you can see that, but
I see it.
The way that it's spelled, it's 7-layer cake. Yeah, so it's a
Oh,
massage and intimacy oil.
that's nice. I like
So
that.
it's a way to layer your pleasure. Right. And of course I created a master class called Higher Pleasure that teaches people how to build a healthy sexual relationship with their partner, incorporating CBD. And of course, THC in the places that it's legal. Because I
Right.
have a THC version too. That's the real truth.
Ooh, that's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, so that's one of the products, but I have 6 products that go with it. It's all about recovery and intimacy. So I have a dream cream. It's a sports cream. It's a recovery cream. You can't
Okay.
see that. I have sleep gummies. I also have Delta 9 gummies. You know, I have some of the typical stuff, but it's really, I have products that I created for all around recovery, intimacy, and sexual health. Because I'm all about people living their best life, okay?
Yeah.
And if your sex is bad, you're not living your best life. That's just the truth. That's just the truth.
But
If
some
that ain't
people,
right,
but some people don't even know what bad sex is. They can't define it because they've not had better, and they can't do. It's that's a whole different thing, you know. And I kind of see what you talk about because it's not always gonna be like that. Because some guys are like, yeah, I like that, but some girls be like, I never tried this, and you're like, what? So it's like you wonder what is good and what's bad, and how do you define it, and that's really what it comes to, like what you're talking about, you know.
yeah, right. And that's why it's got to be a complete. It's got to be a complete holistic way of looking at it, because you're right. Everyone, let's just take 10 people who don't have great sex, 10 couples, and they are not enjoying the sex with each other. All 10 couples can have different issues at the root, as the root of their issue. You know, it could be intimacy. It can be one of them's cheating. You know, it can be lots of things, but at the core, those things always equate to breaking the intimacy, right? And breaking the enjoyment of being together. Because when 2 people really enjoy each other for who they are, and there's acceptance and grace, then that's what makes way for great sex. If you don't have the acceptance and the grace at the onset, at the beginning, you can never have great sex, even if you think it's great sex. A lot of people think they're having great sex, but it's only because that's the best they've had for where they're at. But there's a whole greater layer of sexual pleasure and enjoyment when you have full acceptance, you know, and your partner accepts you the way that God created you, and you know that you were created perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you have self-acceptance, you open the door for your pleasure and enjoyment to go way up. Especially when you start layering it with CBD or THC, whether it's, you know, it's smoke or gummies or anything like that. When you start the layering process, see, now you have a window into euphoria. And that is a whole nother stratosphere. Okay, sexual euphoria is a stratosphere that most people don't even make it to, because they have too many masks on. You can only get to that level when you have absolute self-acceptance and acceptance from your partner.
And some people don't get to that point because they're like, they just want to get off, you know.
Right, that's right, and they'll never experience that. You got to be connected and have a grounding with the universe, you know, and you can only be grounded with the universe when you are authentically who you're supposed to be. Then the universe can authentically send you what was meant for you. But as long as you walk around on the earth and you fronting and you're not who God created you to be, see, the universe can't send you what you're supposed to have, what's destined for you. And I'm one of the people that believe euphoria and great sex is destined for me always. Okay, now I believe that God wants that in my future, as long as I live until they throwing dirt on me. Okay, so me knowing that and believing that for myself, in order for me to be congruent with the universe, I have to always walk in authenticity so that the universe sends me what I want. And it sends it to me with ease without me having to struggle for it.
That's deep. That's deep. You know what? I'm going to bring you back on this podcast because we got to talk about that. Another 30 minutes on that, just talking about, the mindset, the psychology, how do you spice up, using lights, using toys if you into those things, like you said, CBD lights.
Absolutely.
Being
absolutely.
Playing games. Some people make it so like 1 + 1, they already know the drill. So it's like,
right. Yeah, they locked in, they in tune, they know the drill. Yeah, and that was one of the reasons why I created the masterclass, because a lot of people, they don't know how to have sexual enjoyment. They really, it's like, I hate to say it, especially in American culture, it's all dick centric. That's what when you say sex, most people think penetration, or oral sex. You know what I mean? Because that's just our society. That's so superficial.
True.
That's what's crazy. It's so superficial. And until men and women both question it and say, well, look, I'm striving for something greater than that. I really am striving for something greater than that. They will always be down here vibing at a low level, having mediocre sex that they think is great. Just really out of pure ignorance. They just don't know because they haven't experienced it. So yeah, I would love to come back. Actually, everything I talked about, I could talk about an hour just on that thing.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
You just tell me when. I'm definitely down.
For sure. Appreciate you. How can people get in contact with you if they want to connect with you?
Yeah, great question. So I'm easy to contact. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I got my website. But my Insta handle, Keefa Ray, at Keefa, Keef like Frank, Arae, Keefa Ray. That's the easiest way. You can send me a DM. You can follow me, CrossFit Icons. The easiest way is probably, since most people are on Insta, just DM me at Keefa Ray. Yeah, but you'll see all about my sweaty, wetty products, all of that.
Hey. That's what's up. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Keefa, for joining us today, and I definitely look forward to our next conversation for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me, and I look forward to chatting again. Have a good day.